Roughly 30 years ago, I went through a little bit of a difficult time and I got hooked up to Lifeline, and a couple of years later I just thought, I'll just give a little bit back to the community for what they did for me. Still doing the same shift that I started 28 years ago. It was certainly out of my comfort zone because I'd only ever talked to farmers. I really didn't know how the city existed, but I soon learnt. It was a little bit of a conversation about how cruel agriculture was in October 2019 and how it was starting to really bite and mentally destroy farmers. It was more Karen's idea, this farmer to a Lifeline farmer, but they needed someone that could carry it out. And farmers are a bit different. They can suss out if someone's from the city, whereas they know that when they're talking to me that I'll talk on farmers' terms and farmers' words, which is pretty laid back and blunt, that we just say it as it is. I've probably spoken to 400 or 500. Face to face, I would say nearly 100, and some of them were in pretty dire straits.
Farmer to Lifeline farmer. This idea came from the conversation that Ross and I had, how the drought was impacting farmers. So we thought, something needs to happen. What is it that we could provide? I get to hear firsthand the stories of how Ross has provided an intervention, how he's provided support in the most unique situations to people that wouldn't normally reach out for support. They open up to him. I know that Ross has been saving lives, that he's been meeting with people that have come to the very end of their own resources and can't see a way forward, and he's been able to provide a listening ear.
When the drought really did bite and I was starting to help a lot of farmers on the phone, it really kept me going because I was so clogged up in my own farm and keeping 500 head of cattle that I had this little outlet with Lifeline that I could just focus away from the farm a fraction, and that's when I realised how important it was.